Good morning, friends. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Come on in, sit down. Let's prepare dinner. So, first of all, let me say, the sheet pan Big Macs, that was a huge success. My family absolutely loved those. I love those. And I think, honestly, my new favorite way to fix hamburgers. Not even lying. I never thought I would say I liked something more than a grilled hamburger. But listen, that was absolutely fantastic. So if you get an opportunity to fix some burgers that way, I suggest you try it. And then let me know what you think. So we're on to today. Before I get in the shower, I want to get this started. Our food truck's going to be a little later than usual today, so I've got time to put a little more effort into dinner, but not much. Now, if I was in a hurry, I'd throw all this in a slow cooker and call it a day. But since I've got a little bit more time this morning, we'll be a little fancier, and even this isn't fancy. Okay, so here I have a cube steak. There's 4 of those, plenty. Mason and Elena are out of town, so it's just Brock and I, so perfect. Salt, I'm not going to do anything fancy to it. I did dry it a little bit. This is from the meat that we had, that 1/4 of a beef that we had done. So this is the first time I'm having the cube steak. I love cube steak. I love cube meat. I love cube chicken, cube pork. I don't know, something about how tender it is with the cubing process. Anyway, I'm going to take this to the stove and I'm going to put in a little bit of, well, not a little bit. I'm going to put in some bacon grease. Enough to give this a nice sear. Now, old Hillbilly Krista would have floured this and then fried it. So if you are someone who consumes all of those beautiful things, flour it first and then fry it. This is about how much bacon grease I'm putting in, but I reserve the right to add more if needed. So the cube steak's in here, gave it a nice sear. Remember, we're not cooking it, we're just giving it some extra flavor from the bacon grease and just a little color. Now I've got a container of mushrooms, 8-ounce container of mushrooms that I've chopped up. I'm gonna put it right in the same skillet, same grease. Then I have some leftover onions from those Big Macs, so I'm going to add those in. We're going to give those time to saute, and I'll be back. Okay, so mushrooms and onions are here, sauteed. I'm going to add in 1 brown gravy packet. You can totally not do this if you don't want to. 1 cup of water. You can just add in your mushrooms and onions and add in some beef stock and go on about your day. Or you could just add in the meat and some beef stock and go on without your day. I said go on without your day. Go on with your day, not without. Okay, brown gravy in. Going to give that time. Remember, this is dirty, lazy, meat-based, carnivore, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Give this a stir. We're going to give that a moment to come to a boil, thicken, and then we're going to pour it over our cube steak. Now listen, I love cube steak alone. Don't get me wrong. But when I can add a little bit of gravy, even better. Literally took a minute, if even that. We're ready. I mean, look at that. Oh, we're just going to pour that right over our steaks. Now, if you're someone who's doing low carb or keto, you could throw you in a low carb vegetable and you'd have a meal in one. If you're someone who can eat all the things, maybe throw you in some potatoes and carrots. I think that would be really good. It's sort of like a hot roast type situation there. But I want you to get a gander at this. How easy was that? Now, you notice I didn't add any extra salt because I think that gravy kind of has a salty taste. So that way we can just add more salt if we need it. There you have it. You could do all the things. You could do onion powder, garlic powder, wah wah, all of that. This is just a simple, quick, got to get ready for work recipe. I'm going to set it on my slow cooker. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to turn it to probably 3 right now till I get ready to leave for work, because I won't be leaving here for another 2 hours, because this is completely, well, almost completely cooked. The meat is thawed. So we're going to set it on there. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to turn it to 5 right now, I think. And then I'll turn it down when I get ready to leave for work. I think that'll be a better option. Okay, there you have it. So it's up on high. It is 8:20. I will leave here at 10 a.m. for work. So I will turn it down to 3. Unless it's fully cooked and tender by then. And if it's like that, then I'll just leave it on the warm setting for when we get home this afternoon to eat dinner. All right, I will see you this afternoon. So we're home from work. The cube steak is done. It is so tender. It's in about 5 hours. I made some steamed broccoli, not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Still healing my diverticulitis. So that's a no-go. But I can have this, and there it is. Look at that with that great mushroom gravy. It's such an easy, quick recipe. Throw it together. Throw it in there. You don't even have to brown the steak and the mushrooms and onions if you don't want to. Throw them all in there. Throw that gravy in there and have a good day. Let's give it a try. It's hot. Delicious. One of my favorite things. I'm going to have some little bit of cottage cheese with mine for a little extra protein. And there you have it. Have the best day. And as always, thanks for stopping by Chris's Country Kitchen. Have a good day, friends.